fear? How do we know? How do we know? Where do we go? Where do we go? How do we know? Where do we go? Where are we going?
It's all right. Listen to me, man. Okay, you test me.
There's a long and complicated history about why there are so many Black people that are incarcerated in the United States. And I mean, to understand it, we have to understand histories of the prison industrial complex, the development of prisons as a way of containing particular populations that are viewed as problems in society, that have been labeled as super predators or menaces, when actually the crimes that have been committed or the things that people are accused of having done are no different from what people of another race might have done, and they're not incarcerated.
We need more police on the street. There is a crime bill which would put more police on the street, which was killed for this session by a filibuster in the Senate.
In 1994, President Bill Clinton signed the largest crime bill in the history of the United States. It contains 356 pages that provided for 100,000 new police officers, $9.7 billion in funding for prison, and $6.1 billion in funding for prevention programs. The crime bill was signed to reduce the rate of criminal issues, but the thing didn't turn out exactly as everybody would wish. Black community became the target of the incarceration. They were easily arrested for extremely minor crimes. And the rate of the African American population in prison is obviously increasing after the crime bill. Black community were almost destroyed at that time.
As years went by, the African American communities were starting to protest against this unequal treatment from law enforcement. Many cases of police brutality were reported, but there were no punishments for the officers involved. That is, until the beating of Rodney King, which gained widespread criticism as the video went viral nationwide. The law was forced to act and place the police officers involved on trial, and found them cleared of any guilt. The acquittal sparked riots throughout the LA County that lasted around 6 days. This civil unrest led to the African American community to be united against unlawful treatment and brought attention to the treatment they got from police officers. Years after these riots, many similar events have occurred, culminating in the formation of a movement known as Black Lives Matter.
The Black Lives Matter Network is a member-led organization committed to affirming the lives of Black people and fighting against violence inflicted on Black communities. The Black Lives Matter movement started on February 26, 2012, when Trayvon Martin, an unarmed 17-year-old African American, was shot while walking home after buying a snack from 7-Eleven. He was shot by George Zimmerman, a 28-year-old neighborhood watch volunteer. Zimmerman had made a phone call to 911 saying Trayvon looked suspicious, up to no good, and that he was following him, even against the advice of the 911 dispatcher.
The American Legislative Exchange Council, or ALEC, is an organization that works with the government to come up with bills that hurt the population. They are responsible for bills that incarcerate people and increase the time served in jail for drug-related issues and the Stand Your Ground law. This law was what led to Zimmerman to be able to shoot Trayvon Martin based on fear and not be charged for it. ALEC's bills help incarcerate more people for small crimes, increasing the prison population. Those prisoners are then used for jail labor and get a really small salary. Jail is the new form of slavery, and ALEC and many government employees have contributed to this.
State violence and systematic police violence or military-industrial complex violence against Black people is a form of domestic terrorism in the United States. I think Black Lives Matter as a movement is one of the only things that's systematically working to stop it. And instead, most other forms of information about this seem to only inform the public about what's going on, but not really do very much to stop what's going on.